In this video, I'm going to talk about wonderful book, Chasing My Kudu, or How I Ran My First Marathon by Gerard Falotico. If you want to learn more tips about self-development, self-improvement, please keep watching. Hi friends, welcome to Be Strong and Love Yourself, a channel for very strong people. I'm Dasha Bisali and I created this channel to share ideas that help me to be happier with the hope that they will help you too. And today I'm going to share not my ideas, but the ideas of my uncle, Gerard Falotico, who wrote this wonderful book, Chasing My Kudu. And he describes here how he ran his first marathon. You can see it from the title. You can download this book. I have the link in the description box, and you can read it on Kindle. I highly recommend it. It's not just useful, but it's also entertaining, and I think my uncle has a great sense of humor, so you will not be bored when you read it. It's not only about the fact that my uncle wrote it. I truly find this book very interesting and useful, as I said. And I really want more people to read it and benefit from it. I never ran marathons and I never will. I don't have desire. And even though this book was in running section in the bookstore, I believe it should be in the self-development section. And my uncle gives really good tips on how you can achieve your goals. In the beginning, he just shares the story of what Kudu is, and it's an animal in Africa. And in ancient times, people used to chase this animal for a really long period of time. And it kind of proves us that we can, if we put efforts, we can achieve any goal we want. And our bodies are built to be tough and strong, and we can have this goal and chase it and get it. This review is my personal opinion, how I see this book. And for each chapter, I created my own description, and this is what I'm going to share. The first chapter is called In the Beginning, where Gerard is sharing some information about his life and his preferences, his things that he liked to do. He always was athletic, he liked to run, he liked to swim, he liked skiing, and he liked to try new things. It was his personality. And he also really liked hunting, and he still likes it. And he also does hiking, because hunting without hiking probably is hard to do. And at some point he realized that because of his physical health and the way he felt when he was writing this book at this moment, approximately, he couldn't do as many things as he used to do when he was younger. And he even wasn't feeling well, and realized that he needed to make some changes in his life so he could do the things that he loved so much. And I call this chapter for myself a reality check. And I think this is tip number one, that you need to look at your life and think, how do you treat yourself? Do you take care of your health? Can you do the things that you like? Do you do the things that you like? If there are any obstacles in your life that prevent you from doing them. It's very important to be very honest with yourself. And remember that when we take care of our body, we also give ourselves opportunity to achieve our goals and to pursue our dreams. If you don't take care of your body, it's much harder to do anything. And for example, my uncle brings up the idea that in a year we can easily gain 3 pounds. For example, I can do that and I wouldn't even notice. And it's okay, but in 10 years, this 3 pounds a year turns into 30 pounds. And for me, 30 pounds is almost a third of my weight. I'm about 95 pounds. So I can easily get 30 pounds in 10 years if I don't do this reality checks, if I don't try to see where I am. So take care of your health and make sure that you do the things that you're supposed to do to take care of your body. The next chapter is called A New Direction. And in this chapter, Gerard shares some steps that he took in order to change his life and to improve his health. And I call this chapter for myself as a tip as taking actions. So first you did this reality check and you will be like, oh my God, I gained weight, my blood tests are not very good, maybe I need to decrease the amount of sugar or something like this. And then you need to create an action plan on how exactly you do that. And all goals, they more or less all goals, they need this action plan. He describes his own, what steps he took, but yours can be different. They don't have to be related to weight loss, for example, or running marathon, but you still will need your own action plan. So it's important. The chapter number 3 is called Marathon Training Log. And I thought it was so good that he tracked his progress in details, and he could see how he progressed. And I think that it's very important when you move towards your goal, towards your dream, that you track your progress and you also show yourself that you improve by tracking. And you can do little things. For example, if I try to learn how to do splits, I can see my progress little by little, and I can see that I had this distance from the floor yesterday, then the day later I had this, maybe not yesterday, like 3 weeks ago, then 2 weeks ago, a week ago. Anyway, you can track your progress, and I think it's very important. So I call this chapter for myself a tip from this chapter is to create a tracking system and build the trust. So by creating this system where you can track your progress, you also start believing yourself more and more. And Gerard does a really good job in describing his story and how he could prove himself that he could achieve his goal. And it's very important. If you don't believe in yourself, it's very hard to achieve anything. But if you don't have the tracking system, it's harder for you to build this trust. The chapter number 4 is called The Race. It's a very important chapter because the whole book was about him getting ready for this very moment. And I took as a tip from this chapter thing that you need to be prepared to surprises and use the trust that you build when you face the surprises. I don't want to give too many spoilers, so I'm not going to tell you what surprise Gerard faced before or during the race. But when I was reading this last chapter, I could see that all the work that he has done, trying to prepare himself, helped him to overcome these additional difficulties that he didn't think about and he didn't expect. And his trust in himself helped him to get to the finish, literally and metaphorically. And chapter number 5 is very important. It's called the Johnnie Walker Blue Night. And Gerard is talking in this chapter about celebrating the victory. And I think it was very nice end of this whole story that once you achieve the goal, take a pause and savor it. And I think the moment of savoring also helps your brain kind of to remember that I could do it, and it also helps to build this trust that in future will help you with your next goal. So this are the things that I learned from this wonderful book. Again, very entertaining. I cannot share all the jokes and all the important health information that Gerard is sharing, please read the book. But these are my tips that I learned from it, and I will repeat them again. And I'm very thankful that I read this book and I learned these things. So tip number 1, don't forget to do the reality check and be honest with yourself. Know where you stand. Tip number 2 is take actions. It's very important not just to think about something, but literally stand up and take action. And create a tracking system that help you build your trust, help you to see the progress. Tip number 4 is be prepared to surprises and use your tracking system, your trust, to overcome them. And tip number 5, don't forget to celebrate your victory. So again, these are the things that I learned in this book. It's a wonderful story. I'm very proud of my uncle, and I'm very thankful that I have him. I'm part of his family, and I'm very thankful that my aunt married him. But yes, book is wonderful, and a huge thank you to Gerard for it. It was actually a birthday gift for me. I got it as a birthday gift, and I'm very grateful for it. I hope that you found this video interesting, and I'm very thankful that you watched it till the end. Again, the link to the book is in the description box. And please take care of yourself. Remember, be strong and love yourself. Love wins always.